Okay, so this is our first video of 2023. And we're revisiting the fantastic Fairline Targa 45 GT because when I did it before, we didn't do a sea trial. And some of you have been complaining that we don't do enough sea trials. So we decided the sun's out today, so we'd go for a little burn up. We've just taken this boat back in part exchange. It's a 2022 Fairline Targa 45. It's got the IPS drives and it's priced at a very reasonable $849,950. So we'll get to it in a second, but I just wanted to give you people out there a tip about buying boats, and I'll try and include these tips wherever I can because we sell an awful lot of boats. I don't know if you know, but we sell about 360 boats a year from our little place in Essex and Calador, Mallorca. And a customer just before Christmas said to me, James, I'm good to go with buying the boat. I just need to speak to the wife. Now, I thought that was a strange thing to say because I think we all know what the answer is going to be if you say to your wife, dear, I'd like to buy this new boat. It's only £850,000. Daz, what do you think the wife would say if you said, can I buy this boat for £850,000?
No way.
No way, Jose. No way, Jose. I don't think actually there's any other answer, is there? It's just no way would you want to do that for. We've got all these things to buy the kids and loads of other things we can spend the money on. And this is not being sexist or anything, it's just being how things are. But the really, really funny thing is, and I told this to the guy, I said, I'm going to tell you your wife's answer now. The wife's answer is, no way, Jose, forget it. But this is what you want to say to the missus, is when you get this boat, you will absolutely love it. And do you know the funny thing is, they do absolutely love it because cruising on boats as beautiful as this, around Europe, around America, around the Mediterranean, wherever you are, Australia, it's a fantastic family experience. So I highly recommend it, and that's my little tip of the day. So let's stop rambling and let's jump on this boat and go for a blast. So today I'm going to show you everything we do. I'm not going to just cut straight to the boat going out. I'm going to show you the ropes, the battery masters, everything, so you can see how easy it is to drive a boat away from the pontoon. It's so easy, even I can do it. By the way, I know I sound funny. It's because I've got this awful cough and cold. I think I've given it to most of these boys too, but please excuse my voice. Anyway, let's go. So this is how easy it is to go out boating. You stand on the boat, and we're going to do this in real time so you can really see how easy it is. Okay, I have opened the door, but you unlock the door, you open the door, you then go downstairs, because you keep asking me, you say, oh James, you know, it must be difficult to drive a boat. No, it's not. You go into this cupboard here, and if you look here, Daz, you press port engine power on, starboard engine power on, domestic's already on, because I turned it on earlier. This is the other control stuff, but we've got the batteries now on. And now walk back upstairs. These new boats have got keyless ignition, so long as the key's near the helm somewhere, you just press the excuse me, ignitions like this, make sure it's in neutral. It's in neutral, won't start if it wasn't, and press start. One, that's port engine, that's starboard engine. So the other thing I do is I also just check the bow thruster. So you press those two buttons on and the bow thruster works. And the other thing I do before I untie the ropes is I just check I've got gears. It moves, it works. So let's untie the ropes and let's go. So Darren's now going to do the ropes. And then we're going to untie the boat. Okay, so I've pressed docking. I'm going to use the bow thruster and use the joystick. And we just go ahead a little bit. Oh. Docking's gone out. Let's go ahead, like that. I'm going to, you just twiddle the joystick a little bit. Like that. Just keep on going out. That sun's bright, isn't it? Have a little look at the surroundings so we can see. I'm just going straight because I don't want to hit the back of the pontoon. The key with these manoeuvring a boat is do everything dead slow. No shouting. And just do everything slow. And then when I'm clear, because it's an IPS boat, I'm just going to twiddle the joystick. Daz, have you shown the joystick? Look, I'm just twiddling that joystick. And it's going to turn the boat on the spot. And as you can see, it's a lovely, bright, cold day in Essex. Now, these IPS boats are really, really idiot-proof. As you've heard me say a few times, they're for people that can't drive boats, which, to be fair, is lucky, because it makes my job easier too. So you can see we're just going out the marina now, and I can just use this joystick, and I can steer it at the same time. Look, see the dogs there on the slipway, Daz, can you see them? They're obviously launching a boat, are they? Yeah, the tractor's launching a boat. So that's why he gets so muddy. Because he just, look, they just stand in that mud. So we just go out, this is our hoist in ahead of us here. Just going to go out past the hoist. I should have looked at what the tide was doing before we went out, but I forgot. But it looks like it's going out. So let's just steer around that. Like that. And then this is the River Crouch. So the tide seems to be going out quite quickly actually today. Is it going out? And we'll just go out here. So this is all in real time. You can see I'm off the berth now. The marina's behind us. Excuse my cough, excuse me. And we're in an 8 knot limit. So now I'm out of the marina. I'm going to take over from the joystick to the throttle. So I press station on here, and I should now have, yes I do, I have the throttles here, and the joystick is unattached from the drive. So now I can drive the boat like a normal shaft drive boat. And I've got a rudder indicator here, so that just works as normal. So if I go to starboard, look, actually it works, Daz, look. How many hours has this boat done?
95.
95, it's not many, is it? So we're just going to go, very light steering actually, very light steering. So the only thing I don't like about this boat so far is the demist. We need, if you're buying this boat off Darren or Dan or me, then ask us to include screen demist. It won't cost much. I know you're cringing, but it's true, isn't it? It does need demist. How much is it going to cost? Oh, what's Guy doing?
It's photo bombing.
He's photo bombing. Say hello to him. Shout window. See the shout windows. What are you doing, you messer?
What are we doing?
We're just going for a quick sea trial, bud.
Me too.
Yeah. Little and large. Isn't it funny we both had the same idea at the same time without even talking to each other? And as you can see, the shout window works really well. Sorry. God, I wish this cough would go. I've had it for 2 weeks. Right, so you've seen how easy it is to take the boat out on the water. So now I'm going to show you how easy it is just to drive out and about. What's your He's cutting me up, Des, look. He's on that little Williams, can you see him? And we're also just waiting for our little camera boat, which is coming alongside now. Daz, let's have a little look at the camera boat. we've got our little camera boat, and the camera boat's going to show you some external images of the boat while I'm rambling, or what our YouTube editors call B-roll. Because such a lovely bright day, we wanted to show you how pretty. Daz, we got the fenders up.
No, that's my job.
That's your job. Okay, so let's get the fenders up, and we'll come back in a second. Okay, so we've now got the fenders in. That took a couple of minutes. We've got our camera boat ready there, Daz, if you just film it. We've got Thunderbird. It's a brand new Parker 920 Explorer Max. I do like those. And we've got Dan and Tom on there, and they're going to do the exterior filming. Just before we give it the full beans, a couple of things I'd just like to say. The first thing is, if you enjoy our channel, please press the subscribe button and the thumbs up, because it helps our channel grow, which is good for everybody, and then we can make more of these videos for you to enjoy. And the second thing I would like to say is hold tight, because I'm going to give it the beans. We all good?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, it's quite quick, isn't it? This has got the twin IPS 650s, which are 480 horsepower each, so we've got nearly 1,000 horsepower, Darren. And if I change this, we're doing 15 knots. It feels quicker than 15 knots, doesn't it? 16. Wow, it's very quiet, isn't it? How's that camera boat doing? Okay. Now, I should say, the other thing you should do really is you should really check the fuel before you take these boats out. But I just checked it, and we've got quarter of a tank. I've just put the trim tabs to auto, so let's see if that actually works. That can't be right. It says we're doing 17 knots. We must be doing more than that. Let's have a look. Menu. It does ride really, really well, I must say. I mean, it's not the obviously it handles like a speedboat. Look at that lean. A little fishing boat up there. I'll have to give him a wide berth. I'm pretty much flat out. I must be doing 28 knots. That sensor's not working correctly. You can hear a little bit of banging and clattering. That's a couple of the bits of cutlery and what have you. Where is the camera boat, Daz? Because I'm going to do some turns.
Yeah, there you go.
Am I all right? Where is he? Off my port aft. Okay, so if I'm going to turn, I've got to turn to starboard. Oh, it's quite nice, isn't it? I can't believe how quiet. It's very quiet, isn't it? Let's race those birds there, look. Yeah, we're winning. Okay, so he's there, so let's do some turns here. I tell you what, this turns. Watch this turn. Look at that.
Very responsive.
Very responsive. Right, let's go blasting. I mean, this river's not wide at this point. We've gone inland where there's no speed limit. In fact, let's do a circle around the camera boat so you can see what this boat looks like. It's going to make them bob around badly, Des. So film that bit because that'll be funny. Here we go. Oh, what's Daz? What you broken? Okay, so I don't know if you heard a crash and a blang.
It wasn't the boat.
The boat is fine. However, I've broken your chintzy bowl.
I got you that for Christmas, James.
Did you? Look how chintzy that is. So I was going to include this in the sale of the boat, but unfortunately, I've bust it. So I can't. Yeah, we forgot about that one, didn't we? Well, I tell you what, that handles beautifully. It hasn't got a seakeeper, and I don't think it actually needs one. Oh, here we go, is it? Here comes some waves that I've made. It's not that bad, is it? I think this drives beautifully. So let's head back into the dock and we will give you a quick walk around the boat and tell you why this boat is so clever. And I'll give you a little hint. It's because it's got a garage and a glass aft door on a 45-foot boat, which is frankly amazing. So we'll leave you now and we're going to go cruising back to the marina. So I thought I'd just go on the front deck and show you how big the roof is. And let me just get down here quickly, hold on a sec. This is the new roof system. It needs a clean, but this is made by Makefast, who make the V40 one, but this is a totally new design. It's much better and much more reliable. You see the little track rollers and everything. It's very nice. Give us a wave, Daz. There's our captain. And you can see it's a lovely space. And then behind us here, we have a little camera boat, which is a little Parker. There they are. And we're going to go back in the marina. What a lovely day. And do a quick tour of the rest of the boat. See you in a sec. Okay, so we're back on the dock. We haven't smashed anything apart from that bowl. I just want to show you the rest of the boat quite quickly to give you an idea of how well it works. So at the back here, this is a high-low platform here. And some people say, well, it's quite small, isn't it? But this boat is small, it's 45 feet. If you want a 50-footer, we'll make it 6 foot, but then you buy the Targa 50. So it's a small platform, which is used for swimming. You've got the garage for the tender, which takes a Williams Minijet 280. And what I like, you've got access up both sides. So you've got access to the port there, access to the starboard. Really works well. So let's shut this garage and let's show you around the rest of the boat. Okay, so what Fairline have done with this boat is very clever because they've got the garage for the Williams Minijet. By the way, that's the engine fans you can hear because we've just been out on sea trial. But they've also got this lovely cockpit with this sunbathing area. This obviously comes back here, so you can make it into a big sunbed. But they've also got the glass doors. So if you're in a hot country like Spain, you can air condition this area. If you're in a cold country like Norway, you can heat this area. So this is why the Targa 45 GT is so versatile. Oh, so this window here opens up, which I'll demonstrate. Oh, like that. And it makes the boat nearly like an open. So that works really well. You've got lots of seating around there. The teak table is an extra. And you've got a little barbecue here and a bin and oddments there. Everything is where you want it to be and it's very highly finished. So into the saloon, you've got a high seating area here, which gives you a fantastic view out. By the way, this is walnut glass, which is the most popular wood at the moment, and it's used sparingly around the boat, but that gives a feeling of quality and luxury, I feel. It's offset with these neutral colours. You've got twin shout windows. I think one's an option, but they work really well. It's a cold day today, and it's just putting a lovely breeze across me. It's very, very nice. And then you've got this huge, look how huge, look, huge sunroof, which is a hard top. It's not a canvas one. And actually I can press the button here and we'll press that. Is it one touch? I've got to hold it. And it's got windows in the roof too, and it all shuts and seals with airbag seal to make it totally waterproof. So there you go. It's really, really quick and easy to use. You've got various cupboards here. You can have options in here like ice makers and fridges. This one's got fusion and looks like we've got a Torpedo battery charger there. I think we were looking for that, weren't we? Yeah, it's in there. Here we've got quite an interesting feature. This is the broken bowl from Habitat Home, which we broke on the sea trial. I think that's all we broke. This is Darren's wife. Pretty glamorous, Dad, isn't she?
Yeah. Doesn't know we're not there.
I've done the driving. It all works very well. So let's go downstairs and see the saloon. Okay, so we're down into the lower saloon, and this is the 2-cabin version. You can have a 3-cabin version. If you have the 3-cabin version, a bulkhead goes in here and you get 2 bunks. This one though, whoever has got the mid master, which they all have, and the bow VIP, and this as a secondary dinette for eating opposite the galley. And the galley, if you come down, you've got twin burner hob. You've got, I think the microwave's in there. Yes, it is. It's a microwave and an oven, a jet convection oven. That's nice. The sink and all the normal drawers and what have you. There's the fridge. That's all very good. What I love though is the detailing here. Look at this lovely curved piece of wood here. This is walnut gloss, as I said. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Loads more work to do that. And the cupboards have all got loads of shelves in. You've got the lovely holders for the Fairline crockery, which is made in England. Look, Daz, made in England. Very rare. And this whole boat is made in England. As you know from my other videos, Fairline are currently producing about 100 boats per year for the whole world. So if you own an old Fairline or a new Fairline, you have bought into a very exclusive, handmade luxury brand. And they're not the cheapest, but the quality is amongst the best. TV, waste of time. Who wants to sit and watch TV when you're on a lovely boat like this? So let's walk forward into the VIP master. And you can see we've decorated it with a lovely hat. Does that suit me? And this boat's got the double bed option. You can have it as 2 singles, but this one's got the double. Again, you've got lots of stowage here. Massive wardrobe. Look at this wardrobe. Massive wardrobe. And another one there which has got shelves, and it's not a full hanging wardrobe. And then here you've got access to the day head from the other side with sink, toilet, shower. I've got to test the shower, haven't I?
Floss test.
I've got to floss test it. I've got a towel as well. Excuse me. Let me floss test the shower. Okay, the shower's good. And when I come out of the shower, look, we've even got towels that say the boat's name. Let's see if I can floss. Yeah, we're good. We are good. We are very good. I can't bother to do that one, but it works very well too. Lots of cabin space. Sorry, cabinet space. gets a thumbs up. Let's go and look at the master. By the way, it has got a split bed. There's the split there, look. So it moves that way. So this boat has got the double and the twin, which is what you want, because that's £2,500 extra. Okay, come back to the aft of the boat, and you have the master. And I must say, this is a really, really nice space. This is the optional detailed bulkhead, which I think is about £3,000. But I've seen these being made, and each of these pieces of wood is individually cut out and lacquered 6 times, hand stitched leather. That is a mosaic that takes the factory a few days to make. So I think it looks really good, and I think it's a bargain for £3,000 on a boat of this value. Big double bed, and you've also got lovely wardrobes. If you come in, you've got big, look at these wardrobes. Look, lots of places for pants and socks and knickers and, oh, that's Simona's manual. Big, look at the size of that wardrobe. Her wardrobe, his and her wardrobe. This one here's just got shelves in. And then you've also got heating ducts here, reading lights. See, every little thing is thought about. And your charger by your bed with USB. And is there one that side? Yes, there is. Just really, everything's been thought about. And at this side of the boat, you've got really deep drawers here for putting all your other bits and pieces in. If you want a TV, it sits there. But do you really watch TV in bed? Everyone just uses their iPads and computers these days. I don't see the fascination with having TVs everywhere, but you can have one if you want. Because remember, although we've got this used 2022 boat here, we do sell these new. I haven't got many. I think we've got 1 or 2 for 23 and 1 or 2 for 2024. There's not many. There's not many being built. So if you're interested in a new one of these, then talk to us, and you can specify all these colours and carpets and woods and everything. And I tell you what, it's really good fun. We actually forgot to film the costs of this boat, so I am going to do them quickly now for you. So let's talk about the boat purchase costs. So this boat is £850,000. If you put a 30% deposit down, that would be £255,000. We've got these going up on the screen for you. That means your finance advance would be £595,000. And at current rates, this would be about £6,000 per month, approximately. And that's on a straight line 10-year repayment. And then if you add all those together, that's going to give you a £72,000 total cost per annum of the financing costs for this boat. That's if you want to finance. And remember, that £72,000 is mainly capital repayment, and it's some interest charges. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the fuel consumption. And from this angle, you might be wondering what this little badge is. But you did, didn't you? This is my little bumblebee badge that I got given in a cracker at Christmas, and my wife said, I bet you wouldn't wear that on your shirt at work because it's so stupid. Is it a bumblebee? I think it's a bumblebee. Can you zoom it? Is it a bumble? I think it's a bumblebee. I can't see it, obviously. Anyway, so I wear it every day. What do you think? You can talk, you know. Right, speed, 20 knots. We always do 20 knots. The fuel burn for these IPS 650 engines is approximately 110 litres per hour. The fuel price, and we are now in January 2023, is about £1.75 per litre. Might be dearer or cheaper where you are, but in the UK, that's approximately the price for marine diesel. The fuel cost, therefore, if we times 110 litres per hour by £1.75, is £192 per hour, which sounds a lot, but remember, you've moved the Targa 45 20 nautical miles. So it's like moving a house 20 nautical miles, so I don't think it's too bad. The average UK use is 50 hours. Now, as I've said before, after Nick from Alcoholic said, well, you don't go out of the marina at 20 knots, we've adjusted the figures to be 40 hours of cruising and 10 at tick over. And if you do that calculation, the fuel cost comes out to about £8,500 per annum. Tom, can everyone just leave me? Okay, so we're now going to move on to the fixed costs. And look, what is that dog doing? What's the dog doing? Right, that's Dave's dog. This is Dan's desk. Look how messy it is. Really bad, dirty desk. Right, the fixed costs. A berth would cost £13,000 per annum. The servicing would cost £8,000 per annum because you've got 2 engines, 2 IPS drives, and a generator. So you've kind of got 5 bits of servicing. So that's why that's £8,000. The maintenance for the anti-foul, cleaning, polishing, you can reckon on about £4,000 per annum. And your insurance is a very reasonable £4,000 too per year. So your total fixed costs are about £29,000 per annum. And that dog is gone quiet now. Okay, so we're going to move on to the variable costs, and we've got Winston Churchill here overlooking proceedings. Well, the depreciation on this boat is quite tricky because it's £850,000. A new one is about £1 million. So I don't think it's going to depreciate. So I'm going to put the depreciation as 0, which doesn't happen very often. Obviously, I can't guarantee it, but this is just my personal view. So depreciation £0. The fuel costs, well, we did that earlier, that was £8,500 per annum. The finance costs are £72,000 per annum, including the capital repay. So your total variable costs are £80,000. But remember, a large proportion of that is capital repayment. And I don't know what all these dogs are doing. They're all fascinated. When you get out over there. And we'll now move on to the overall scores. Okay, so these are my overall scores for the boat. Accommodation, well, you've got a mid-master, you can have a 3-cabin, you've got a VIP at the bow. I think, with the garage, with the glass doors, the high-low platform, it ticks all the boxes. It's 10 out of 10 layout for me. I don't think you can get a better layout. I don't know how they've squeezed it all in as it is. So 10 out of 10. Style, well, we'll put a running shot on the video on the screen again now for you, but I think it's very, very stylish and a good-looking boat, so I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. Fun, well, as you could see on the sea trial, you can throw it around like a little sports boat, so, excuse me, that's another 9 out of 10. Running costs, well, you've got the IPS drives, and that puts the servicing up a little bit, so I'm going to keep that at 8 out of 10. Quality, well, it's the latest Fairline. It's hand-built in England. In my opinion, you can't get better quality at the moment. There are other manufacturers that produce this quality, but Fairline are up there with the best of them, so quality is 10 out of 10. That gives us a score of 46 out of 50, which is an overall score of 92%, which I think you could say is a ringing endorsement of the Targa 45, and it is, and that's the reason why they're so popular. The Fairline factory are making them as quickly as they can to the highest quality, but they are extremely popular, and you might have to wait for a new one. We do sell new ones, and we've got used ones. So all in all, this boat is an absolute winner. What is that dog doing? It's a joke, isn't it? Anyway, it's an absolute winner. Go and buy one. My summary on this boat is really short and sweet. And the reason is because it just does everything so well. I would summarise this boat as being the little boat with the big boat options. You've got the garage, you've got the sunbed, you've got the glass doors, you've got the electric hardtop roof, you've got 2 or 3 cabins, you've got IPS. It's got all the things you need to have a great, or have great family holidays. All in 45 feet or thereabouts. And this boat is 850, it's a 22, it's used, but new ones are about $1 million. It's an awful lot of boat for a very, very reasonable price. And I love it. What are you doing up there, son?
Demisting your windows.
Well, just press the demist button.
Huh?
Just press the demist.
There isn't one, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. You missed a bit, mate. Just over there, look. Put some elbow grease into it.
You just paid the extra 50 quid and got the demist this week. So tight.
You'll lose some weight, son.
Oh, it's a big drop.
Yeah, don't fall down there, mate. I don't want to claim. Oh, we can nearly see, look. Lovely.